Episode 6 of my 2010 WWE save, and we start things off with ECW. We've also got SmackDown in this episode today. And we are finishing off the Pure Tournament blocks today. We will find out who is top of each block and who will be going through to challenge for the Pure Championship at, what's the next pay-per-view? Elimination Chamber. Okay. At Elimination Chamber, it will be probably be the opening match of that card at Elimination Chamber. It's a 47 rating here. We start off with Block B. Charlie Haas defeats Caval with a German suplex in 22-22. In 12-22 even. It was an abysmal match apparently, but it was Charlie Haas got a 45, Caval 46, getting 47 overall. We go into our dirt sheets, we can see that they were holding back because obviously ECW is a B show, which will be changing shortly, but at the moment this is a B show. Block A sees Daniel Bryan defeat Chavo Guerrero Jr. in 13:47 with a Dragon Suplex. Gets a 55 rating, Bryan gets a 53, Chavo a 50. Chavo was off his game, which is a little disappointing, but good stuff. And, oh, that's interesting. Also, that doesn't make sense. How the hell did that happen? I'll work that out afterwards. But Zack Ryder defeats Shelton Benjamin in 14 minutes and 6 seconds with the Zack attack. And apparently Charlie Haas, Shelton Benjamin, and Zack Ryder were all joint winners of the ECW Block B. I will check that after this show, because I'm not certain on that. But you know what? If we say so. And Block A sees William Regal defeat Paul Burchill with the Regal stretch. And Block A can finish with Daniel Bryan and William Regal as the joint winners. Gets a 54 overall. If we finish the show for a B show, it's not going to affect our pop, but it gets a 54 overall. Here we go. Now, I'm going to go and have a look at... So, quickly go through our mail review here. We've got Skip Sheffield. What Ryan Ryback wants to come out to the main roster. No. Jack Lanza's retired. Punk has moved to Mid-South. And 26,000 people watched ECW last night. That's not good. But let's have a look at this tournament bracket, though. If we completed tournaments, we want to be looking at Block B. And they're actually spot on. They are actually spot on. Haas beat Benjamin, beat Caval and Ryder. Ryder beat Caval and Benjamin. Benjamin beat Haas and Caval. That's spot on. So yeah, that was my mistake for not working out how that works. And yes, Block B should be Regal and Bryan on 5 points, Burchill on 2. But let's go to SmackDown next. And that brings us on to SmackDown on Fridays. Friday night SmackDown. And it starts off with World Heavyweight Champion Batista going down to the ring, and he's going on to talk about how he's just beaten The Undertaker at Royal Rumble. And is the new World Heavyweight Champion. He gets interrupted by The Undertaker, Matt Hardy, and Rey Mysterio all interrupt him. All three of them have had beef with Batista recently. And Punk and Jericho come out and say that they want a shot at the world title. So, Teddy Long just comes out and just goes, well, you know, you've kind of just done my job for you. We've got 6 people out here. You 6 will be fighting in the Elimination Chamber. That is our SmackDown Chamber match. Batista versus The Undertaker, versus Matt Hardy, versus Rey Mysterio, versus CM Punk, versus Chris Jericho. It's an 82 rating. Then get the Hart Dynasty, celebrating there the fact that they're tag champions. Tyson Kidd wants to get rid of Natalya. Fair enough. And in the Intercontinental Championship picture, John Morrison and R-Truth defeat Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler In 11:34, when John Morrison pins Dolph Ziggler with the Moonlight Drive, Morrison will be Drew's next challenger. Gets a 69 rating. Kane comes into Teddy Long's office and says, "So hold on, because I didn't have beef with Batista, I don't get a world title shot. I want to be in that elimination chamber for the World Heavyweight Championship." Teddy Long's like, "Okay, I can put you in that match. All you have to do is beat either Punk or Jericho next week. You get to pick which one you face, though." Gets a 66 rating. Next up, we get David Hart Smith defeating JTG with a Saito suplex, as the SmackDown Tag Division started to rebuild after the titles became exclusive again. The Women's Championship picture is up. Mickie James comes out and Layla and Michelle McCool come out and they're like, "Yo, no, we're getting that title back. That's our title, it's not yours. You didn't win it, we won it." And they're doing their normal lay cool stuff. Beth Phoenix comes out and tells them to shut up. It's her and Natalya say that they want the title. Maria comes out and she's like, "I mean, I know I'm not a favourite, but I'd like the title too." Gets a 58 rating. There's 6 people now in the Women's Championship picture. Unfortunately, though, they're the only 6 people in our Women's Division on SmackDown. Shad Gaspard defeats Mike Knox in 12 minutes and 2 seconds with an STO. Mike Knox is in this match for a reason, and that will be explained later on. It's a 55 rating, though. Luke Gallows defeats Tyson Kidd with a bicycle kick. And again, Natalya and Kidd don't work together. And afterwards, the Straight Edge Society welcome Mike Knox to the group. In his time off, he went completely straight-edged. And now, Knox and Gallows want the tag titles at Elimination Chamber. Undertaker cuts a promo on the actual structure of the Elimination Chamber, talking about, well, just pretty much just saying how dangerous of a structure it is. It's a 66 rating. For our main event is a 6-man tag, as Rey Mysterio, Matt Hardy and The Undertaker defeat Batista, Jericho and Punk, when Matt Hardy pins Jericho with the Twist of Fate after Kane chokeslammed Jericho. So, no prizes for guessing who Kane's choices for next week. It's Jericho. Overall, the show gets a 79, loses in 5, gains in 1. Not amazing, but we're building up to WrestleMania here. So, let's see how many people watched this show. Okay, so coming back in, and we are looking at, I don't know what that news is, but we got 734,000 viewers. Jeez, that is depressing. And what's the news stories? Fair, we need to sign a new deal with Michael Cole, and I will do that off camera because this is the end of this episode. This is the end of episode, I want to say 6. And I'll see you guys in the next episode.